Week 4 SFL action continues this evening at Kings Coast Stadium as the Vancouver Legion host the Los Angeles Lycans. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and joining me in the booth is professional Gator Wrangler Gerald Smith. With us on stats, Eddie Gage and Mark Lopez. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Rare Drop Sports. Gerald, how you doing this evening?
Doing great.
Awesome, man. A Pacific Division battle tonight as both of these teams have started out 2-1 on the season. The winner of this one will sit in the driver's seat of the division as the first quarter of season 19 comes to a close. Vancouver, as usual, has one of the top scoring offenses in the league, currently second best behind only London. Los Angeles, though, has held teams in check this season with a top 10 defense in points allowed and number 1 in total yards allowed. It's sure to be a great game tonight. What does each one of these teams need to do in order to secure the win and the lead in their division?
I think the key to winning this game for both teams will be the defense. LA's defense is tops in the league with yards allowed, while Vancouver is in the bottom 10 in yards allowed, and also allows opponents to convert nearly 60% of their third down attempts. Whichever defense executes the best should come out on top.
Well, as Matt Wilson would say, there's only one way to find out, and that's on the field. So we will get down to the field after this coin toss and get this one started live from Vancouver. Talking about this Los Angeles Lycans defense, Gerald, got to keep an eye on players like Mike Scott, number 25, the cornerback. He's got 3 picks already on the season. That's number 4 in the league. And we will see the LA defense out on the field first as they have the ball teed up and ready to kick this one away. Sid O'Lindy to kick for LA. And we are underway here in Vancouver. Kick taken back at about the 4-yard line, returned straight up the gut and tackled at the 24-yard line. And that is where the Vancouver offense will get things started, led by quarterback Christian Brown. In his first season with Vancouver, 4th season in the league, he was the quarterback of the St. Louis Gladiators, now Motor City V8s, and now leading the way here in Vancouver. 3 wide receiver set here on first down. The ball is handed off and immediately tackled is Robert Redford. The running back will go through the starting lineup on offense here for Vancouver. We talked about quarterback Christian Brown. You just saw Robert Redford, the halfback. The fullback is Sawyer Stern. Wide receivers are Justice Blackwell, Hector Huxley, Brett Killian, and Chris Curtis. The tight end is number 87, James Walters. Left tackle, Mike Coverson. Left guard, Michael Percoco. Shoring up the left side of the line. Offset eye here on second down. They'll hand it off to Redford again. And he's tackled for a gain of 2, brings up a 3rd down and 7.
It seems like LA is quite prepared for Redford this week. You know, last week he averaged over 8 yards a carry.
Robert Redford, number 3 in the league in total yards this season with 398, now over 400. Brown in the gun on 3rd down and 7. Brown looks, fires over the middle. That one's intercepted, taken away at the 35-yard line. That one is picked off by number 22, Ryan Yosef. And that's going to be some great starting field position for the Lycans.
I think there was a little bit of a tip drill right there by Ryan Proster, and just tipped it right to Yosef, who just happened to be in the right spot. But that was good defense by LA.
Well, I talked about how Mike Scott on the LA defense has 3 picks on the season. Now Ryan Yosef has 3 picks on the season as well. This defense is stingy. So Sully Richardson now on the field for the offense. He'll hand the ball off. Logan Jack taking the handoff and going for -1. 2nd and 11 starting lineup for the Lycans. Quarterback Sully Richardson, the halfback Logan Jack, fullback Tommy Rahman. The wide receivers are LZ Pryor, Chris Lee, and Shea Carroll. The tight end is Jack Flash. The offensive line, Jamarcus Candy, Vladimir Dunham, and Bob Dunham at center. 2nd and 11. Richardson will throw a quick pass over the middle, and that one's nearly taken away, but a flag on the play, Gerald.
Yeah, I think they might get Mark Lopez here for a pass interference call.
And it is indeed pass interference. This is going to be called against number 52, though.
I was wrong. Mark Lopez was all up in the grill of that receiver. I don't know where 52 was.
Other side of the field. The ref just doesn't know what he's talking about. Either way, free first down on that play and some free yards as well. So first down and 10 from the 28-yard line now. Offset eye in the backfield. Richardson will hand it off to Logan Jack. Jack breaks the tackle, spins, breaks through 10, and finally brought down at about the 5-yard line. What a nice run for Logan Jack.
Yeah, that one there had to be cleaned up by Drew Hamilton. He had some good blocking, and he spun out right there away from Mark Lopez. And like I said, Drew Hamilton had to grab him. If not, that was a touchdown.
First down and goal from the 6-yard line. Three backs now in the backfield. Richardson to throw. Goes down to Jack. Jack spins and brought down at the 5-yard line. Gain of only 1. The starting defense for the Vancouver Legion. Achilles Papatonis, Cabron Womack, Gerald Giudice are the defensive linemen. The linebackers, Josh Farnsey, Earl Fields IV, and Marquise Reed. The corners, Major Key, Dean Maddox, and Michael Lister. And the safeties, Mark Lopez, Will Stern, and Drew Hamilton. Second down and goal. Richardson hands it off to Jack. Jack met right in the middle, surges forward a little bit, and is able to get up to the 2-yard line. That'll set them up with a third down and goal now.
Yeah, that was really good recognition by the linebacker there. Enough recognition to grab him until he can get some help on the backside of it to prevent the touchdown and force them for a third down here.
Third down and goal. 3 wide receiver look. Richardson steps up, fires back corner of the end zone, and it's taken away. Picked off in the end zone. Jumping up and grabbing it was Drew Hamilton. And now the Lycans will come away with no points on their opening possession as well, Gerald. So both opening possessions ending in a pick.
Yeah, I think Drew Hamilton saved that touchdown and got a little greedy and says, "I'm in this drive myself right here." But he jumped up and grabbed that one out of the air.
Hamilton's second pick on the season now, and that'll bring the Vancouver offense back out onto the field. And Brown alone in the backfield in the gun, 5 wide look. Brown throws short one over the middle, and that one is complete. Moving the chains at the 31-yard line, connecting with Hector Huxley.
That was a good first down play, in my opinion. With Christian Brown's coming off that interception he had, way to get him back out there. So that way the coaches can show some confidence in him and let them know, hey, look, man, we're still trusting you to make those throws.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 wide receivers now on the field for the Legion, and they will hand that one off to Robert Redford. Oh, Redford turning on the afterburners, only gaining 8, but man, he was moving.
He was. I don't know. Matt Wilson said it looked like he might have been shot out of a rocket. Right? He hit the edge and he had a little bit of a burst. I thought he was going to break a tackle for a minute and it would have been off.
Redford had almost 100 yards last week against Baltimore. This time on second down and 2, he's able to get enough for the first down. Tackled at the 42-yard line. The starting defense for the Lycans. Defensive linemen are Brogan Spiraw, Ace Blackwell, John Nevels, and Gary Marks. The linebackers are Tazzy Blackwell, Chad Stinson, and Buddy Blaze. The corners, Mike Scott, Jack Hacksaw, and T.D. Jack. The safeties, Rochelle Colston, Ryan Proster, and Ryan Yosef. First down and 10, 3 wide look. Brown to throw, another pass over the middle, and that one is complete, hauled in by Justice Blackwell.
That's a very good throw again, right over the middle for Christian Brown. It looks like they just left the middle wide open. The linebacker slid too far to his left and was able to hit him.
First down and 10 in LA territory at the 45-yard line. Redford taking the handoff and only able to move forward for a gain of 3. He's averaging 3.8 yards so far on the day.
This second drive by Vancouver seems to be pretty efficient. They're so far they're on this drive they're taking what the defense is giving them.
2 tight ends and 2 running backs. This time the ball is going to be handed off to Sawyer Stern, the fullback, and that one goes absolutely nowhere. 3rd down and 7 after no gain on the play.
Now this is where the Los Angeles defense, having the number 1 pass defense in the league and the number 1 overall total yard defense in the league, this is where it seems like they tend to thrive, only allowing 47% on 3rd down.
3 wide receivers in a bunch up to the top, 1 down to the bottom. Brown goes down to the bottom and making the catch, but falling short of the line to gain is Justice Blackwell, falling out of bounds at the 37-yard line, 4th down and 2. And Gerald, a little far for a field goal here, but what do you think they'll do?
I think they're going to punt it. I think that's a smart thing to do, even though I know head coach Andy Hamilton is probably giving Justice Blackwell somewhat of an earful, telling me you got to know where those yard markers are.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to go for it. You know, I don't know. It's 2 yards, but even if you don't get it, it's not the worst starting field position. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, look at the dive. Oh, he fell into the end zone. Oh, he jumped and caught it and almost was able to down it at the 1, but
he didn't do the tuck and roll. Like if you extend, you got to tuck it and not really roll because it rolled in the end zone, but you got to tuck it. Get in like the fetal position mid-air.
Right. Just grab it, tuck it, land, and just be like a rock. Don't move. So nothing on Vancouver's second possession, and now LA's second possession. See what they can get going, starting off with a run for 0 by Logan Jack.
Yeah, and I don't quite look. Vancouver does have one of the better defenses and run defenses in the league. They're in the top 10. I do believe they're 7th against run defense. But Logan Jack really hasn't been explosive as he was like his time in Carolina.
And Jack taking the ball again and going for once again no gain, and you can see his stats right there. He's it says averaging 4.6 yards per carry, but on only 23 yards, as long as 21. So that's why the average is a little bit skewed right now. But yeah, Gerald, I would be attacking the passing defense of Vancouver, currently ranked 25th in the league. They've allowed quite a few yards, but we'll see what they do here. Almost have to pass. Richardson says, nope, hands it off to Jack once again, trying to fool everybody but fooled nobody. No gain again on the play, 4th down and 10. Looks like Mark Lopez coming up and making that. Drew Hamilton coming up and making that tackle at the line.
It's Drew Hamilton. The guy's already taken over. Like, it seems like defensively, he's taken over the game a bit, making, that's his 3rd big play.
So 2 drives per team, no points to show for it. Amelia Grace's punt taken back at the 45 and brought up to the 47-yard line.
And Vancouver getting the ball right here, right? They're actually kind of flipped the field a little bit. They're a couple of yards from midfield from getting into the opponent's territory. And the offense that they have, they can, make a quick strike. And let's see how they plan on doing that this round.
Christian Brown under center on 1st down. We'll throw. Deep down the middle, down the right-hand side, and it's caught by Justice Blackwell into the end zone. Touchdown, Vancouver.
I seen him load up, and I knew he was going deep. And they wasted no time going deep, and it was a huge one to Justice Blackwell. It just ran right by the defender.
Yeah, there was nobody past him. Jack Hacksaw trying to chase him down, but it was too late. Justice Blackwell just sprinted down the sideline on that one. And I can see the frustration. 2 drives, nothing to show for it. First one ending in a pick, and second one having to punt from the opponent's 37-yard line. So they're like, you know what? Let's just go get some points. And they got him there. Chance to win on for the extra point try. The kick is up, and it is good. Vancouver up in this one, 7-0 here at home. If you are new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy.
Tell you what, Mike, the way that quarterback loads up, you don't see it too often in the SFL, but when he loads up, you know they see something really good.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see him
Dude, I was getting ridiculously excited over here. Just like
you could see him just looking downfield and slowly starting to wind up and then just uncorked it. And that went for some big yards. Blackwell had 2 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown last week, and in this one, already got 65 yards and a touchdown. So on pace to break last week's stat. And Logan Jack actually getting some decent yards on that one. Gains 8 up the left-hand side, 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, if LA can get him in a groove, get a little bit of rhythm to him, I think he can start getting some of those chunk yardage they need, right, to be able to run him a lot more. But Vancouver's run defense is pretty stellar. I think I just think LA's got to throw a bit more.
Jack takes another handoff, sidesteps to the defender, gets the first down and more. Breaks past midfield, crossing the 40, crossing the 30. One man to beat. He breaks that tackle. He's gone. Touchdown, Lycans.
It goes to show what I know. People talk about the broadcaster curse. I think it's opposite day or something, because I talked about them needing to throw the ball more because of how good the run defense is by Vancouver. But that play was set up by that juke move he did right at the line of scrimmage, and he just turned on the afterburners.
Yeah, absolutely. And then breaking the tackle of Major Key into the end zone for 6. His first touchdown on the season, which is hard to believe. He came into today's game number 4 in the league in total number of carries with 64. And that's his first time finding the end zone via the ground. He's got a couple of receiving touchdowns, but now getting one from his natural position of running the ball. And we're an extra point away from getting this one tied up. So, Gerald, we had a couple of quiet possessions by each team, followed by 2 explosive possessions, one by each team.
And now we're going to have like a snoozer for the next few drives if this keeps going at this rate. But look, Logan Jack, like him being, having that many carries and being in the bottom tier in yards isn't quite Logan Jack type productivity. So to see him get that big long run is what we've used to seeing, him do, even back in his Carolina days.
The 10th meeting between these two teams. In the previous 9, the home team has won every single time but one, and that was last season when Vancouver visited LA. It was the first time that the visiting team won against their opponent here in this matchup, and that was a 1-point game. Vancouver just coming away with it 21-20. Vancouver currently leading this series 6-3 over the Lycans, and I'm sure LA is anxious to try to make that a little bit closer to even. Christian Brown back on the field now. He's 4 of 5 so far for 76 yards. Throws an out route up to the top, and that one is complete for 7. Now 5 of 6 on the night.
And these two teams, Mike, I don't even know if you had noted that at all, but I do believe these two teams, since the league went to the divisional format, these guys have played twice a season since season 16 or 17, I believe.
16,
so they are very, very familiar with one another. And then if you date it back to when LA was Chicago, they have tons of matchups versus one another.
Yeah, all the way back to summer of 2018. Oh, Robert Redford trying to do what Logan Jack did. Now has 27 yards on 6 carries. Oh, he looked a little slow to get up for a second. I got nervous.
Well, I don't know if he was nervous or he was taking a little bit of a breath with how quick he jumped in there. Just jumped right over those guys, hit that hole, and they created a massive hole. He could have drove a snowball truck through there.
Oh, well, they call those snowplows, Gerald.
No, man, it's a snowball truck. We have those down here.
Oh,
they
it's
make
like
snowballs in the truck. It's a summer dessert.
Okay. Flag on the play. Defensive line jumping off sides. Looks like it's about a gain of 5, so I think we'll see that penalty get accepted. Pass went out to Chris Curtis, his first action of the ball game, and that one's going to go away. Ref doesn't know which way the camera's facing, but that's okay. We get the idea. Ref 62, you don't need to look at the camera. It'll be a first down and 5 after the penalty.
Some people question his eyesight, so I'm sure he had no idea where the camera was. I think it's his side.
Yeah, he doesn't. Who knows? He confuses easily. 7 in the box for LA. Offset I formation for Vancouver. Redford takes a handoff, hit behind the line, and not able to gain a whole lot more. Only gains 1 on the play, 2nd down and 4. And, for Vancouver, they definitely want to make sure that Redford stays healthy. Gerald, we called the Atlanta game last week and, got to watch BDG Hollywood. Well, all-time stats right below BDG Hollywood in every single category. Robert Redford, he's number 2 in carries, yards, and touchdowns. Oh, not able to get anything going there. Actually loses a yard as we see the halfback comparison, and Logan Jack benefiting on the average, Gerald, from a couple of long runs.
Yeah. Logan Jack, right? Just like I said last drive, right? It seems like their stats are kind of opposite of what each other had, last week or over the course of the season. You know what I mean? So yeah, because Robert Redford had like 8 yards of carry last week, and Logan Jack, I don't know, around 4. So it seems like they kind of flip flop this week compared to what each other had last week.
First quarter in the books, 7 apiece. Here in Vancouver, you're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on Rare Drop Sports. Christian Brown to throw. Throws it down to the bottom, wide open. Target is Brett Killian finally getting involved on the action. Nice gain up to the 39-yard line. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith, Eddie Gage, and Mark Lopez with us on stats. Cameron Irvine, our producer. Thank you for joining us this evening. Close game so far, Gerald. Not a lot of scoring to be had yet.
No, and it looks like that may have been the exact same play that hit Justice Blackwell, and it looked like Christian Brown took a peek that way. Didn't see anything like this, but just dumped it off to the wide receiver down short and picked up a first down.
Brett Killian, only 1 reception last week, has 1 now in this game. Brown, quick pass over the middle into traffic, and now Killian's got 2, doubling his total from last week, Gerald. I could do that basic math there.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous pass. I thought trouble was afoot.
It looked it. That was some heavy traffic there where Killian caught that ball. BK12 got it done though. Brown under center now with 2 backs in the backfield. He will throw once again down to the bottom, and Killian catching 3 passes in a row now.
Oh yeah, he's one Vancouver vet. Seems like this is his drive. They're finding him open, or maybe the LA defense has started kind of keyed on Justice Blackwell, and it's kind of leaving him open.
Brett Killian, the longest tenured player on this team in his 11th season now. The 4-time All-Star, most recently making it in back in season 17. Been here for a while, and definitely a favorite target of Christian Brown in this one now. Redford takes the handoff and only able to gain 1 on the play. Sets up a 3rd down and 2. Chad Stinson in on the tackle.
He filled that hole and got Redford down quick.
3rd down and 2. Brown to throw. Oh no. Tipped and incomplete. trying to hit Redford in the passing game, and a rare mishandle for Redford as he's unable to bring it in, and both of us summoning our inner Matt Wilson right there, Gerald.
I think. Look, I think Redford. I think he got too many bars on his mask, and he couldn't see the ball. you know,
be.
and then Buddy Blaze probably got equal amount of bars, and he couldn't see it either because he just let it fall right in front of his feet.
Yeah, he just stopped and watched it fall to the turf. Yeah, coach is gonna take some snips to those face masks at halftime and cut some bars off, I think. To win for the 34-yard field goal try right down the middle. It's up. It's good from 34, and Vancouver once again back out in front in this one. The SFL is partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are all in the works. You can check out SFL games on their Twitch channel Friday through Sunday evenings and follow Rare Drop Sports at twitch.tv/RD Sports.
I'm going to give credit to the holder, Mark Salt, on that last one. That was a high snap. He was able to grab it and get it down just in time for the guy to get a good boot on it.
Absolutely. Good job, Mr. Salt. To win. Number 1 in the league in field goals attempted and made. Perfect on the season now with 11. And Vancouver once again out in front. LA trailing, 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Back in possession of the football. Richardson, look at these stats. He has not thrown it very much, Gerald.
And not when you got Logan Jack running for 12.5 carry.
I guess, yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think we might see some more handoffs to Jack. And Jack does indeed take the handoff, and his average is torpedoed as he only gains 1 on the play, but that gets him past the 100-yard mark now on the ball game.
Yeah, I think those DBs there just knew what was coming, man. They were just right on the edge waiting.
Second down and 9. Nickel look from the Vancouver defense. Quick pass over the middle, and that one is hauled in by jumping Jack Flash, the tight end, getting a nice gain up to the 37-yard line. Gains 14 on his first reception of the ball game.
I actually thought Sully Richardson was going a little bit shorter than that, and it just was flying awry. But I guess he intended to hit Jack Flash.
Just throwing that ball down the bayou, I would imagine you would think.
Down the bayou. There you go.
3 wide receiver look here on first down from their own 37-yard line. Richardson out route up top and connecting with Shea Carroll, getting his first catch of the ball game, and he'll get a first down crossing midfield into Vancouver territory.
Yeah, Sully Richardson, I think that was just a timing route. He knew it was going to be open. Looked like he even threw the ball before the receiver turned around.
Jack Flash, 10 receptions, 125 yards on the season for the tight end. Richardson getting a whole lot more passing in on this drive as Logan Jack is his target. Good for a gain of 3.
I was fearful for Sully there, man. He took a no-step drop. And luckily, fortunately for him, yeah, he just stood up. Fortunate enough for him, like the offensive lineman held up.
Earl Fields, the 4th, patrolling the middle of the defense for Vancouver. Ball is handed off to Logan Jack, and that one goes for no gain. Assuming they'll actually spot him a gain of 1, 3rd down and 6.
It looked
his
like
average continues to plummet.
It looked like Logan Jack had the edge there. I don't know what made him turn back into the line, but it looked like he had great blocking off that left side, and he could have took it for some yards.
Well, he only took it for 1. 3rd down and 6. Richardson throws into traffic, bobbled, and nearly taken away. Oh, I thought that one was picked off for sure, but 4th down and 6 as the ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and the punter back out on the field now for LA.
It looks like the Vancouver defense couldn't figure out who wanted it. everybody tried to give it to someone else.
Playing a little game of hot potato out there. Amelia Grace back at the 40-yard line, and oh no. Lining up off sides was one of the Vancouver linemen. I don't think it's going to matter, though, Gerald.
No.
If anything, it's still going to be fourth down. They're still going to punt, I would imagine. I mean, I guess they might keep the offense out there now, but guess we'll see. But not the guilty party. Fourth down and 1.
Look,
and
this is what you do. I was about to say that. This is what you do. You go for it. They give you that. You go for it.
Yeah.
And they've got the perfect formation to do it.
Fourth and about 1.5 yards. It's a long yard. We'll see.
Come on.
And he's going to do the hard count, and it's not going to work. They'll burn their first time out.
I just think how well coached the Vancouver defense is. They were not going to jump. Andy Hamilton runs a tight ship over there, and there was no way that they were going to jump. If you want those yards, they're not going to give it to you. And I think the 5 yards that they got off of the punt was maybe somebody pushed somebody over the line or something. I don't know. But you go for it. If you want that, you go for it. And I think this is a big opportunity for them to do it, and they're just going to punt it away.
Yep. And now everybody's lined up on the correct side of the line of scrimmage. Grace standing back at the 45-yard line. And the punt is away. Going to bounce at about the 3-yard line and takes it right back into the end zone for the touchback. These special teamers, I tell you, they don't know when to quit.
Man, it's
you got to teach them to fall.
You know what the coaches need to have on the sideline? They need to have some sort of a taser type thing, right? When they catch it, you just shoot it, and it makes them seize up and fall right there to the ground.
And then fumble the ball, and the other team scoops it up and scores. Yes, indeed.
Well, I didn't say it was without risks involved. maybe give them some nerve damage or something too in the process.
No, I don't know. These are not good ideas, Gerald. 2-yard gain, running off tackle to the left. Gotta think out the box. That's what I think about. I think if you ruin pinning an opponent back like that, man, I think you need to get tased, right? No? Perhaps. Brown steps up, hit as he throws, and that one could have been picked off. Goes over the head of the defender and falls down to the turf. 3rd down and 8.
Who was that totally didn't see it? What you do? Lose the ball in the lights? It went right over his head.
I think it was
or her. Was
Ryan
it Rochelle?
Joseph or Ryan Proster?
It may have been Rochelle Colson. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it said 23, but there isn't one, so I must be losing it. Brown in the gun. 5 wide look for the offense. Brown, quick pass over the middle.
Oh, no. Wow.
Not sure exactly what happened there. It said 3rd and inches, and now it's 1st down.
Yeah, they called it a fumble.
That's a fumble. Caught it, fumbled. And it's recovered by the Lycans.
Wow. What I know it was quick. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, but I do think a football move was made. And it looks like those 2 Vancouver defenders held the receiver up just enough to punch the ball out.
I think so, yeah. It looked like Killian made a couple of steps here. Not that they went anywhere, but Hector Huxley made some steps. Like you said, a football move. So we'll see. I mean, definitely a clear recovery by the Lycans. And the ruling on the field stands as called. So, a catch for a 1st down, but he fumbled and now recovered by the Lycans. So they'll get good starting field position for this drive.
Yeah, I think it's credit to Tazzy Blackwell for holding the receiver up just long enough for her teammate to come by and punch the ball out.
So the Lycans take over on offense at the Vancouver 33-yard line. Richardson gets it out into the hands of Jack. And Jack able to gain about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6.
This could be a momentum changer right here for LA. If they
Yeah.
can come away with a touchdown, I think that's huge.
Yeah, points off turnover is always key to winning football games. See what they can get on this drive. Richardson down to the bottom. That one is complete. Caught by Carroll. Tackled at the 22, moves the sticks.
And they got the ball, and they're not doing nothing fancy with it either, right? So, a run, and they follow that up with about a 7 or 8 yard out, and it's a way to move the ball down.
Richardson in the gun. Now 6 of 8. Takes the high snap in and checks it down once again, but Logan Jack decides to do a couple of fancy jukes for -3.
Dance parties after the game, Logan Jack.
That's part of the post-game production. What are you doing now? 2nd and 13 now for the Lycans. Ball is handed off to Jack. Jack trying to recover the yards that he lost, but able to go nowhere as he's tackled at the line. Look at the stats, don't even show his average anymore because it's just gone down so much.
I don't know if it's gone down that much.
It's just it's terrible now. Look, 10.2 yards per carry, and it just dropped to 9.3 right before your eyes.
It's just wilting away.
Single digits. 4 wide receiver look on 3rd and 13. They're still able to get some points as long as there's no turnovers, but they will not convert the first down. A little sidearm throw caught by Shea Carroll. Tackled at the 17-yard line, and we will see Sid O'Lindy come on for a field goal try to tie this one up.
I would like them to see them do a little bit more with this drive, but I can't fault them to give themselves a chance to get 3.
Field goal from 34 yards away from the right hash. Kick is up and good from 34 yards out. Now 10 apiece here in Vancouver. The SFL produces over 400 live events each year, but don't miss community content creators and their creations. You can catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker, Say It With Your Chest, Netma, and more, covering Season 19 and beyond. To check out archived versions of community shows, you can visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. Kick return brought up to the 24-yard line, and Vancouver out onto the field on offense. 3:08 to go here in the first half. Christian Brown, 9 of 12, 133 yards. Leading receiver Justice Blackwell with the lone touchdown of the ball game for Vancouver. Robert Redford, 10 rushing attempts for 30 yards. Looks like we might see rushing attempt number 11. And we do indeed. Redford trying to break some tackles and gets up to the 28-yard line. Buddy Blaze with the tackle.
If Buddy Blaze wasn't there to clean that up, I think Robert Redford's still running.
Second down and 5. Redford now with 34 yards on the day. Brown passes over the middle into traffic, and that one's incomplete. Looks like his intended target was Walters.
Yeah, I think they all short-armed it. I don't think they knew who it was for.
Yeah, there was
like, no, man, that's your ball. Well, as we call it down the south, I think they, short-armed it. Alligator arms, because the alligator armed the short. He alligator armed it.
3 wide receivers on 3rd down and 5. Killian with the catch and the first down, just getting enough to move the chains. Tackled at the 34-yard line after a gain of 6.
I mean, when you need that first down on which I thought was, look at this. I thought it was a pretty big 3rd and 5, especially for the momentum. And, who better to give it to than BK12?
And challenge on the play from Ray Colston. I mean, it's always tough to challenge the spot of the ball. I thought Killian had it and then got pushed back, but the forward momentum, he was already across the line. I'd be surprised to see this one overturned.
We didn't get to see the forward momentum either, right at the catch.
After review, the call on the field is overturned.
And it is overturned, so they're gonna call Killian short. It's gonna be 4th and inches. I mean, yeah, 4th and inches. That was close. I don't know if you can actually see enough on replay, Gerald, to be able to say, yeah, that was about an inch short of the stick.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, look at the line on top of the line. I know it's unofficial, right. But the line is on top of the line. Like, how can you put it on top of the line and it's just they're on top of each other and it's changed colors? If they're so far on top of one another.
Brian Patrick punts this one back to the LA 32-yard line. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half, and LA looking to take their first lead of the ball game, Gerald. They've had it tied up twice now, but in a spot to potentially take the lead for the first time. They'll also get the ball to start the second half. So this could be a big drive right here, Gerald. If they're able to get a touchdown on this one and then a touchdown to start the second half, they could be in the driver's seat. Logan Jack gets another pass. Spins, gets the first down, and all the way up to the 46-yard line. Gain of 14 on the reception.
Logan Jack, a BDG. That dude hit a spin move, then hit a juke move. Watch this. Whoop. Mark Lopez was like, "What?" Yeah, Mark Lopez said, "What happened?"
Where'd he go? Richardson's rating not too great thanks to that interception. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute drill coming up on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Both teams with 2 timeouts apiece. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Rare Drop Sport. 54 yards away from the end zone, and they are going to come out guns blazing. Gerald, as Sully Richardson's in the gun, 5 wide on the field. And a short pass over the middle. That one is incomplete.
Wow.
One of the backup receivers that time. Cameron Longshot.
It looked like Michael Lister had it in his hands for a split second. He did.
Yeah. Instead, he batted it down to the ground.
Yeah. That's why he's a DB instead of a wide receiver.
And that's why Cameron Longshot's on the pine now. You see him standing there looking sad.
You let it go through your hands and hit the other guy's hands.
That's it. Back to the bench you go. Richardson, quick pass over the middle, wide open target on the slant route. That one's complete. Chris Lee getting the catch. First down and 10 in Vancouver territory at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, man, there's a Chris Lee sighting for the first time today. But what made that play possible was Sully Richardson sliding forward, to the right side of that offensive line to create a little bit more space and to get a better view of his wide receiver as they hit him and he's open.
Chris Lee with the second most receptions on this offense so far this season. That was his first of tonight's ball game, like you said, Gerald. And that one into the hands of Tommy Rahman, the fullback.
I guess Sully Richardson heard me. He's like, well, the broadcaster liked that slide move. Here's another. And I'll throw a pass and catch it.
Not only are we on the airwaves, we must be on the PA here in the stadium as well. And Richardson's listening in. Richardson, short pass over the middle. Logan Jack gets the 3 yards he needs for the first down. They'll go into the hurry up as we fall inside 1 minute to go in half number 1. Good formation to be in for the no huddle, Gerald. Richardson, pressure coming. He's able to get this pass away. Running towards the end zone, and Jack Flash is stopped just short. Tackled out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Stops the clock with 39 seconds.
And it had all kind of emotions happening in that play. He caught it, and it turned, and it was all green. I'm like, oh, no. Like, what's going on? Did they just forget he was out there?
Jack Flash, 2 receptions for 37 yards on the day. No touchdowns. I recommend fixing that with a hashtag throw it to the tight end. Works every time. All right, maybe not every time. Richardson throws back corner of the end zone. Oh, it's picked off, taken away. Dean Maddox with the interception, and that's going to bring another drive to a close via pick.
He had your tight end wide open in the middle of the field. I guess he just thought he may have had the fade route, and he didn't. And Dean Maddox he was all over it.
Tried to tell him, Gerald. Nobody listens. Second pick on the season for Dean Maddox, and now Vancouver has an opportunity to try to get some points on the board. Only 30 seconds to go, and tackled in bounds, so they may just be content to let this one go to halftime.
Yeah, I thought Redford had a little truck there going on. Shedded one defender, but the other defender was there to grab him and wrangle him to the ground.
Might see one more handoff to Redford. It's only got 34. No, they're going to throw it. Brown down to the bottom. That one to Sawyer Stern, and that will bring us to the half. So, Gerald, much like our game last week, this one at halftime all tied up. First half may as well not even have happened. Neither team scored enough points to have a lead. So 10 apiece as we roll into the halftime show. Gerald, as we see the first half stats and highlights, what are your thoughts so far?
I think the turnovers are keeping it pretty close, right? Just when one teams feel like they're getting some momentum, they throw a pick. Well, we had 2 interceptions in the end zone. Yep. Today. So, and here's one right here. Yep. And 2 of them by Vancouver. 2 out of the 4 interceptions were in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's LA. Yeah, and that's LA on the verge of scoring, right? I think that could be, huge right there. I mean, even if you don't throw a pick there, you're looking at possibly getting 3 points.
Right. Well, also talking about points off turnovers. I mean, ending that drive in the end zone with an interception, then Vancouver coming right out on their next drive and firing it deep down the sideline, just getting it into the end zone right off the bat. That's a momentum shifter there. But so far, the momentum in this one, it's gone back and forth a few times, but still all knotted up at 10 points apiece. Yeah, both opening possessions for both teams started off with interceptions, and then both of their next possessions ended with punts, and both of their next possessions ended with touchdowns, just different ways. A 47-yard passing touchdown for Vancouver and a 69-yard rushing touchdown for LA. And all of that action just in one quarter. The only other scoring we would see in the second quarter was a pair of field goals. You can see one unfolding right there. Both of them, Gerald, ironically, from 34 yards. But then we've had some punts, we've had some fumbles, we've had, a little bit of everything in this game so far, except for a lot of points. So 10 points per team in this one.
And I really do think this low-scoring game and kind of to this point low yardage output, it favors Los Angeles more than Vancouver. Los Angeles is used to playing these games with these defensive type games. Vancouver, I mean, they're used to putting up yardage and points and all that good stuff. I mean, look, they put up 38 points a game. That's second in the league.
Absolutely. Lycans will get the ball to start half number 2 here in Vancouver at Kings Coast Stadium. Today's home game for the Vancouver Legion is brought to you by Kings Coast Coffee, premium small batch roast-to-order coffee delivered right to your door. Delivering exceptional coffee to Legion fans in the U.S. and Canada. You can use the code LEGION and get 10% off today at kingscoastcoffee.com. And starting the second half with a pass is the Lycans, and that one goes for a gain of 9. Second down and 1. First half stats for Sully Richardson, 13 of 17 for 113 yards. No touchdowns, but he does have the 2 picks. Logan Jack has really been the key to this offense so far. Gerald, 11 rushing attempts for 102 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's really been the bright spot for the Los Angeles offense right now.
And he takes the handoff there, gets the
There
first
he
down
goes.
and more. Spins passing midfield. He could go all the way once again, getting up to the 20, and now he's brought down. Drew Hamilton getting the tackle, but 50 yards almost, piled on right there by that rush.
Yeah, dude, he just found the edge, and he had very good blocking here. Had a man on a man, and he just spun out away from Dean Maddox right there. And once again, if it wasn't for Drew Hamilton, that might have been 6.
Yeah, Hamilton's been making some big plays today, and Logan Jack with a big play, but Hamilton able to secure that tackle. If Jack had broken through that one, definitely another 6 points. 3 wide receiver look inside the red zone. Jack trying to sidestep his way forward and only goes for a gain of 2. Second down at 8.
That was just a simple dive play. Just try to get yourself a little extra yardage. I think they need to be very cautious about throwing the ball in the red zone because Sully has thrown 2 red zone interceptions so far this game.
Richardson back to pass, throws over the middle, and that one
How was that not pass interference?
to the turf. Yeah, a little bit of contact there.
A little bit.
Okay, a lot of contact. Jeez.
He
Sorry.
bumped him. He bumped him off his route. He almost mugged the guy, man.
I think he did mug him. Little home field ref advantage, possibly. Richardson to throw up top, and that one is complete. Oh, but it's going to be just shy of the line to gain. Tackled at the 10-yard line, 4th down, and 1. LZ Pryor getting the catch, but not enough to convert a first down.
That was a great tackle by Mikey Lister because it looked like LZ Pryor made his turn to go up, and he grabbed him by his feet and pulled him out of bounds.
Field goal unit on. LA still looking to take their first lead of the ball game, and they should be able to do it here, pending disaster. Sid O'Lindy on for the field goal try. This one from 26 yards out from the right hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. It's up, and it's good. LA now out in front, 13-10 over the hometown Legion. Esports TV has partnered with the SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live, linear, and video-on-demand esports channel available everywhere. Through your smart TV, on your phone, through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. You can visit estv.co to learn more about its programming and to find all the ways that you can catch the SFL action on the network. And Gerald, I bet you can probably even access ESTV down in the bayous of Louisiana.
Yeah, through the gator net, how I say all the time. That's how we get our data transfers down here, man. The guy on the end of the other line with a piece of chicken. Come on, Gator, we need that data. Plug it in the computer, send it right back. Takes forever, but it's what we got.
Eventually. Robert Redford with only 34 yards on 11 carries. Might see some more of the passing game. Yeah, Christian Brown to throw up top, wide open target. That's Brett Killian. He is now 7 of 7. 7 targets, 7 receptions for Brett Killian, and he's having himself a day. 75 yards now in receiving.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I call him money right now, right? Because when you throw it to me, he doesn't drop it.
He's been money on his career. He is currently only 20 yards away from 13,000 career receiving yards. Is number 12, Brett Killian. Christian Brown now 13 of 17 with 163 yards of his own. And back to the air we will go, 5 wide. Brown checks this one down in the backfield and running severely the wrong way is his receiver, and that one goes for a loss of 3. Second down and 13.
I have no idea what happened there. It looked like Christian Brown threw it backwards, and he calls the receiver to come back.
Yeah, John Clements was the receiver. He's one of the backup receivers. He's 5th on the depth chart, and back to the pine he goes. Brown to throw. This one going over the middle and jumping and making the catch up at the 43-yard line. is number 87, the tight end, James Walters.
He went up and got it. And look, and Christian, that was a good throw by Christian Brown. He threw him open. I don't think he was open. He threw him open. Said, here, I'm going to throw it in the open space. You go get it.
Yeah. You're going to need to adjust your route just a smidge. Go get into that open field and get that ball. And he did. Hashtag throwing it to the tight end. Brown under center now on first down and 10 from the 43. Redford taking the handoff and surging forward for a gain of 6. Second down and 4 as Redford gets up to the 40-yard mark on the day.
Vancouver is putting together something pretty good right here. If they can just keep up this pace, I think they'll be okay. They're running a little bit of a slower game than I'm used to seeing them.
Redford able to get the first down and a little bit more on that run, pushing forward up to the 32-yard line. First down and 10 in LA territory.
Redford got 3.5 yards of carry. Shoot, you give that dude the ball 3 times, that's a first down. If my math is correct.
That is the math, indeed. Brown down to the bottom. That one to Blackwell. He's been quiet since that touchdown, but got that catch. Good for a gain of 6.
Christian Brown had people in his face. Did you see that?
I did.
And he still threw a dot on the money. It wasn't a Matt Wilson duck. I tell you that.
Brown in the gun with 3 wide receivers, a tight end and a running back. Brown has time, fires over the middle. That one is somehow caught at the 12-yard line. Blackwell once again the receiver on the play.
Ryan Yosef laid the hammer down there. Dude, that was a hit. Let me tell you, I don't know how they hung onto the ball in that one.
Buddy Blaze almost got his hand on that ball too. I thought it was going to get swatted down, but just over Blaze's fingertips.
It's got too many bars in his helmet.
They didn't cut him out at halftime like they should have. Brown throwing over the middle and threw it right into Buddy Blaze's severely barred face mask. And the face mask swats it down to the turf.
I had to phone down to Ray and say, get that dude a new helmet.
Just remove the face mask.
That's
St.
old
Louis
school.
Gladiator style. Just have the one bar.
Nah, man, let's go with leather helmets, man.
Yeah, there you go. Who cares about safety? Brown up top.
Oh, that's nice.
Complete to Chris Curtis and into the end zone. Touchdown, Vancouver.
Chris Curtis had been missing for 2.5 quarters. I didn't even know he existed, and he shows up when Vancouver needed a touchdown.
Absolutely. Curtis actually had one other reception, but it didn't count because it was taken away from a penalty, if I recall correctly. So that's his first recorded catch, and it goes for a touchdown, and Vancouver able to reclaim the lead. Extra point away from being back out in front by 4. Mark Salt on to hold. Gets another high snap in, Gerald, and the kick by 2 win is up, and it's good. Vancouver 17, LA 13. You can visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, plus features from our content team, including Swamp Talk, Power Rankings, and many more feature series. You can see all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. And you can do what I did and go over to Sector 6 Apparel and order yourself a Matt Wilson 12 jersey. That's going to be worth some money someday, I think. At least I hope. Probably not. But it's going to look nice.
Yep, I got my number 12 Matt Wilson jersey on order. Waiting for that thing to arrive. I'm going to throw it in the shadow box.
There you go. We got to put them on at least once, get a picture together wearing those things. But then they can go in the shadow box.
Correct.
Christian Brown. Sully Richardson throwing deep down the middle, and that one is caught. Running away with it's LZ Pryor. And just short of the end zone. First down and goal from the Vancouver 3-yard line. LZ Pryor, 2 catches, 77 yards, most of them right there.
Sully just threw the ball right there. Look, and Drew Hamilton has made so many good plays. If he wouldn't have played the ball and played the player, I think that just doesn't happen. I think it's incomplete. But instead, he played the ball, and now LA's down to the 2 with that huge gain.
Mark Lopez with the touchdown-saving tackle. Sully Richardson now two yards away from 200. Richardson hands the ball off, and Logan Jack walks into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Lycans, and now they're able to reclaim the lead.
That run was way too easy. Blocking was stellar, especially off that. I don't know if you haven't noticed. Logan Jack running off that left side has been ridiculous. The left side of that offensive line is dominating the Vancouver defensive line on that side.
Well, the left side of the offensive line is you got a first-round pick from this offseason's draft, Jamarcus Candy at left tackle, left guard Vladimir Dunham, and the center Bob Dunham. The 3 of them able to really open up some holes and create some running lanes. Extra point is up and good. And one important thing that I'd like to note, as cool as that pass was to LZ Pryor, it's even cooler in the sense that pass put Sully Richardson over 20,000 passing yards on his career, and that was the pass to do it. Was that one that went 69 yards to LZ Pryor?
Yeah, man. If you hit milestones, you got to make it flashy. Ain't nobody can remember if you throw like a 5-yard out.
Yeah, a little 5-yard out route. And it's like, oh well, that was fancy. Oh no, quick pass over the middle to LZ Pryor for 69 yards. That's how you pass 20,000.
Yeah, man, you got to do it big, man. It would have been even more special if it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit cooler, but Mark Lopez had to ruin that for everybody. Yeah,
darn Mark Lopez.
The league's never going to be the same again. I mean, just, could have been a magical moment, and Lopez just had to ruin it. Anyway, Christian Brown back out. Look, he's going to try to do the same sort of thing. Oh, no, he throws a pick, and that one's going back the other way. Picked off by Jack Hacksaw, and now the Lycans in the driver's seat. Gerald, they've got a 3-point lead, and they've got the ball back.
Jack Hacksaw has been having his eye on that route since he got burnt earlier in the game, and he's been waiting for that opportunity, and I think he baited Christian Brown into it, thinking that the receiver had a step on him, and he didn't, and he just closed on it.
Yeah, trying to hit Chris Curtis again, just coming off of a touchdown drive to Chris Curtis, and thought he might get a back-to-back touchdown passes to the same guy. Well, it's not to be. Richardson back out on the field now, and he'll pass. He's going to go over the middle. A little bit more contact there, Gerald, but still not called. 2nd and 10.
That's kind of ticky-tack, but look, R62 called some weird stuff for seasons. 19 of them to be exact.
That's true.
waiting for our wonderful commish to give him the boot.
Nope, he's here forever. He's an icon in the league. Look at Logan Jack just getting knocked around, staying on his feet the whole time. He's just like, no, I don't want to get tackled. Well, too bad. You only got 3 yards on that play. 3rd down and 7.
It looked like he was trying to just put himself in a pinball type situation, and it almost worked.
Almost. On 3rd down and 7, Richardson in the gun. Steps up, pressure coming in his face, and then that pass is incomplete. Throwing over the middle to Chris Lee, and he's unable to secure the pass.
And Chris Lee got a grab that looked like he hit him right in the shoulder pad right before the defender got there. He dropped it before the defender hit him. But, I mean, it looked like it hit him right in the chest.
So a long field goal try now. This one from 50 yards out.